came back.
We're here. We're on a lake. We're on an old, familiar lake.
Yes.
Where are we at?
We are at Tycoon.
We're at Gallia County, Ohio. I'm going to take a few pictures. We got fishing gear in the van. Can't believe all this has grown up since we was here. Used to be full access. We're going to hit some of these spots.
It used to be a busy place for fishing.
We kind of used to land the boat right there, or beach it,
Isn't that true?
and picnic here. And get snake bit. This is the most snakiest lake I've seen.
Hole in the tree.
Yeah, good grief. But we've arrived. I want to tell you something. This is expensive. And we're in a catch-22 here. Let me see if I can explain this. We are officially West Virginia residents. We have West Virginia driver's license. The state of West Virginia has deemed it necessary that we can't get our fishing license for 30 days after we're an established resident. Now it's kind of stupid. We still hold a valid Ohio fishing license because we were Ohio residents. They have not rescinded those. I'm going to be putting some screenshots up here of this mess. So to make sure West Virginia and Ohio has a concurrent agreement thing. Each can fish on each side of the river and the tributaries up to the first riffles with the other's license. Okay, we're inland. That don't apply here. The river's up and muddy right now, or we'd be on the river. But so we went ahead and got a non-resident Ohio license to make sure we was covered. If we get caught with a West Virginia driver's license and an Ohio resident license, I'm sure that would not fare well. So we got the non-resident yearly license. Expensive. All told, driver's license and fishing license, so far, without the West Virginia, we're a little over $200. Just to be able to fish here and take pictures of butterflies that she's taken. But anyway, we're legal to fish in Ohio. We have a paper West Virginia driver's license.
Yes.
They mail us the hard copy in 10 to 14 days. So anyway, no matter how you look at it, we're legal in Ohio, but we're not legal in West Virginia, although we live there. Ain't that some stupidity? But anyway, have the screenshots of the various things up there. And we do not have the boat. We don't have the hitch on. The hitch is waiting until I get done paying for all this other stuff that I have to pay for right off. And the van's not even registered in West Virginia yet. That title, taxes, tags, and all that's still coming to add on to the $200 and some just to be legal to fish and live.
Yep.
So anyway, the fishing gear is here. We spent a lot of hours on this lake. A lot of days. That's why we're taking a few pictures. It's clouding up like we're going to get rain and storms here at some point.
I think they said after 5.
Well, I don't believe them.
Yeah, I know.
When it looks like it's going to rain and it starts raining, it's when it's going to rain. So anyway, let's get at this. Let's wet some lines. Yeah, $50 some a piece for this non-resident license in Ohio. Let's see lines wet here. And I want to see a big fish too, dear.
Me too.
We got her bass bag. I got my bass bag. We got live bait here. What are you after, dear? Yeah, there used to be picnic tables around here, and that bank was all cleared. This is not what it used to be, but we're all right.
Yep.
I'm not complaining.
Nope.
Nope. She's getting that unlucky hat on. I don't think she's caught a fish in that hat yet. You're gonna have to break that hat in. Okay? You're gonna have to break the scourge there. Yeah, 54, I think. I don't know. Like I said, there's the screenshots. So let's get it. But now we got licensing, registration, and everything else to do. Then comes the hitch, because I got to get this inspected. I'm told I can get the same garage going to inspect it, put the hitch on for me. So there might not be no boat out this year. And at this point, I don't care. We're past the halfway point of July.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
We got to see what she's going for. Using the Zebco 33, the pink or purple one, whatever color that is. Didn't bring the big bass rod. Going for a snap. So swivel snap.
Change your mind.
You're going for the wacky rig to start with? Okay. I forget what color that was. Banana something?
Yeah.
Come from Academy Outdoors up in Zanesville. She's concentrating. Let's see if she can nail this. Better get that loose end too. Oh, look how slick you are. Excuse me. Once upon a time, she's up there taking pictures of two butterflies fighting there, a black one and a yellow one. Once upon a time, this was rated the #1 bass lake in the state. Yeah, I've looked at that list in recent years, and this is not on it any longer, but this was a good lake. It still is. You can catch bass. We're going to be making our way around here off and on. So several years ago they drained it, all but drained it. They had to repair the dam. The dam was cracked and at risk of giving way. So we're not sure what impact it's had on that. We've had this lake dialed in at one time like we did Rush Creek. You knew what you could catch and where. I'm sure that drainage, and that went for a few years, had a big impact on it. We'll see. She's cast her line out a few times to loosen it up in the reel. Sometimes it sticks, gets a little
It's been a while.
stiff in there. She's going with the baby frog. Do 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 do. Baby frog.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going live. I'm going night crawlers. There's my bobber. Down there's my crawler hook. And here's the crawlers. I'm going live. We shall see. She's gave up on the baby frog. Moved to a June bug, locust, cicada type bug, whatever you want to call it. Top water, does a little dive when you reel him. And we're in the heat of the day here too, dear.
Yeah, I know.
This is not the optimum prime time.
That grass is real close to the top. It goes out.
Yeah,
to where the
that's
water
real
starts
shallow
racing.
for a long way out
Yeah,
there.
it is.
If you remember on the YouTube videos that they showed of this lake when they was doing the work, real sandy and real shallow way out. That surprised me.
Might have to go over to the dock.
We've been up and down through here countless times on the boat and seen the depth, but I just didn't picture it being that actual shallow and that actual sandy. I'm ready for the dock if you want to try that.
Let's go try the dock.
Yep. So we'll be back. Here's the boat ramp. Some pictures up here, what it used to look like. This is the original. They've resurfaced it. I see the old concrete under it there. They've laid a new surface on it, dressed it up, and they've added this. It used to be just these 2 lanes. They've added that. Like I said, real shallow out through there, maybe 3 feet for a long way out. Sandy. Lost a cell phone in this lake somewhere. Dropped a spotlight down in here one day. Nice big spotlight. But this is the boat ramp and dock. They built this while the lake was lowered for that dam repair. Over in there. Hope it shows up on camera. Nothing but lily pads, and you can hear the monsters in there hitting all day long. Can't get in to get them. This is a 9.9 gas lake or electric motor. If you use a gas motor, it's no wake, idle speed only. So it's controlled. So you just can't tear your way through that stuff back here. It's so thick. But yeah, I've come to the conclusion that we get stuck again. Yeah, I didn't have a gas motor on one day, and on down around that way we got stuck on a stump, and we sat there and spun around circles for 40 minutes. No gas motor. There's one guy up in here somewhere on one of these little plastic pond bass buggy things. The only one else on the lake. Well, I see something glinty and shiny over there. See it? Come here. Right there to the edge of the water, right on the bank. See where that limb's laying?
Mm-hmm.
Straight back in from it, back in the corner back in there.
Somebody lost their mate.
Yep. But anyway, we sat there and spun for 40 minutes, no gas motor. And from then on, if that's the case, I'm firing it up and I'm doing whatever power we need to get off of it. Huh? You what?
It used to be a tunnel up in there. They took out this part of it. The fish used to be up in there.
You mean a culvert? A tunnel?
Like, there was trees right here.
Oh, okay. But anyway, we sat and spun around on that for 40 minutes. We finally got off of it. You know, she said, maybe we should call 911. No. I was the 911 supervisor. I know how people react and laugh at such a thing like that, especially catching me out like that. But no. But anyway, gas motor, idle speed only, and it's not even a 9.9. Gas motor, idle speed only, or electric. See, we're back down in here now where the lakes are what we bought the boat for, the size and the horsepower and all that. Yeah, a big bass boat's not going to do us any good in these lakes. We're going to putt around idle speed only. So that's just not it. Anyway, this is all new. They built it. Can't say as I like it. We're really shallow right there. Right there's grass.
Yeah.
Right. We're, like I said, out maybe 100 yards out through there. It's about 3 foot deep. Got a real sandy bottom. I figured it'd be mucky, but it's sand.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me get right over here for a moment. We're heading to that fishing pier right there. Let's load her up. Yep. We bought one of these wagons, and our kids thinks that's one of the funniest things we ever done.
I don't.
They don't know.
One of the smartest things
They say we moved ourselves into a nursing home.
Not true.
We're not in a nursing home. We're not in assisted living, anything like that. We're in a retirement community.
Right.
Then we bought one of these. Ozark Trail, $40. It ain't the best one. We figured we'd try it out, the concept. And she loves it. She carts it all over town. Goes to the grocery store in it. But yeah, our kids think this is hilarious. Like I said, our kids just hasn't soaked into the point that mom and dad is getting old. Mom and dad ain't the greatest of health. We're all right. Don't think otherwise, but our prime youth days are done. Y'all hear me suck air on camera. Y'all know my history. But yeah, these are awesome. We'll have one of these for the rest of our days. Yep. All right, down to the fishing pier we go. Listen to the bugs. If she quits beeping. There's a bird sitting out there on a stump. That's what she's getting. This. We're back down south again. We got a snake.
Oh, yeah. Moving awfully fast for a bug.
Where?
In the brush.
Don't see him.
Up here, towards the rocks.
Oh, yeah, that's a snake.
Maybe got a bug in his mouth?
Something, yeah. Little water snake, little northern water snake. Them things think they're mean. They like to bite. Yeah, here's where I got snake bit. Not right here, over there at the boat ramp.
Yeah.
Trailered up one night, and man come walking down, going bank fishing. He stopped. How'd you do? The usual exchange, talking a little bit. He said, watch out for that snake. I kind of stepped around there and stepped right into him, wearing my sandals. And he commenced to light me up. So, dear, you want to keep the stuff in the shade back here?
Yeah, let's do that.
That keeps everything from getting screaming hot, and we got cold drinks there.
Yep.
So, spin him around. And then water snakes ain't poisonous. They aggravate you. You can get infected, so keep an eye out.
Yeah, I was looking to see where he went.
He's in them rocks and cement there somewhere. He's got him a hovel to hide in.
We'll have to take this thing and get done.
But anyway, we'll stage here in the shade. But yeah, kids thought that was the funniest thing ever. Look what mom and dad got. You moved into a nursing home and you got one of these old people wagons. This beats carrying it any day. So, I think she's jigging straight down here under the dock. Oh, that's your worm. I was going to say, I see something there, but that was your worm. All right. I'm out there on a bobber. We're going live bait. That was one night. There's slight current. There's two dams here. One there, one right down there around that bend. I went up there, got in, and I drift. We drift at the end of the night. We find the upper end of a lake and drift, dragging some lines. Slight current. Now, I knew I was getting right in here somewhere. Right there's the boat ramp. There used to be a big tree stand up here. Do what? Did you get a hit?
I'm not sure if I cut the grass or I got a hit.
And that stump out there might be part of it, but used to be a big limb stick up out of the water. I knew I was getting close. It was pitch black. By myself. I was propped up in the boat, watching the stars, just enjoying it before I drug in and left. So knowing I was getting close, I'll pull out the spotlight and I'll shine around there for that big limb, knowing there's a tree under it. Didn't want to get hung up on it or at it or anything. big old white thing standing above the water looking at me, just a few yards away. I started rolling and falling off that seat. My legs were propped up on the bench seat in front of me. I was going for my bang stick. I didn't know what in the world was out there standing in the middle of this lake that I was right up against. Turned out to be one of those storks or blue herons standing on that limb out there. Scared the daylights out of me. That was pretty much when I decided to go ahead and call it quits and head to the house. Down a little circle there, landed the boat, and yeah, had the daylight scared out of me for an instant on this lake. Like I said, big old white thing in the spotlight beam there just in front of me. There's something jumped out there. Pretty good. Yep, way out there in that calmer area. So there's stuff in here active. We've got pretty good clarity on the water here. Bass queen here. Letting her drift under the dock.
That's how clear this water is.
Yeah. There's bound to be something under there. Something. Back in those weeds, back over in there, right on the edge. Could be a frog because there's something one jumped there too, at the corner.
Okay.
And everybody, I did not say I was going to pull the old woman wagon around either. Y'all can say all you want to about me being not gentlemanly. But I think her being older than I am, she has deserved the right and the privilege. We are skunked here. Of course, we was here in the middle of the afternoon, heat of the day, not the best of times. But we have another place to go to that we're going to. So we'll see you on that one.
Right in the background.
Well, we didn't get to go to the pond we wanted to. We're getting blasted here by storms and wind and everything. Just saw some video of us coming down the road off her cell phone. And we're getting... The fish and stuff's going to wait. We may have a little break in this hard stuff here shortly.
For a minute.
May.
And get stuff ready so we can run.
But the fishing stuff's going to have to stay in the car. I'm kind of against that. She got her wagon. I think she should load her wagon and tote it in.
It'll be fine
Is this
for a
the
few
break?
minutes. Yep.
We made it in the house. She said it was a break in the rain.
Little break.
I believed her.
We had to hurry.
Like a dummy. Yeah, I'm absolutely soaked. So is she. There's no break in the rain. She lied. She absolutely fibbed. We're going to set stuff to dry here. Jeez.